So I've had 8 different car accidents. I had over 20 surgeries in my body. Each time I got hit from behind, rear-ended, it was causing more and more damage to the cervical spine. So the depression, the chronic pain is debilitating, it's paralyzing. You can't ever seem to get ahead of the pain, you can't get out of the pain. So what happens? You become addicted to pain medication. I was completely, unequivocally addicted to Dilaudid. I had Percocet. I had fentanyl patches. I had muscle relaxers. Every kind of cortisone and steroid injection that could possibly be done in your neck, they did. It takes over your whole life. You have no quality of life. That is your life, because that's all you think about. Oh, is it time to take my next pain meds? And finally, because nothing was working, absolutely nothing was working, they put in the spinal cord stimulator. It's a remote control that's attached to a battery that's implanted in your hip. It takes the pain away from the brain, so it tells the brain through this medical device of wiring down your spine and in your head that there's no pain to the brain. That worked for a while until probably the 8th, I think, car accident. And even though it was on the highest frequency, it wasn't taking the pain away. Decided to come to Bethel. And I'd heard about the healing school. It was that time to go to the healing rooms. And I was standing, and another woman came up out of nowhere. She put her hand on my stomach and said, "Fire, fire." I went down in the spirit. I mean, my head bounced, as they told me later. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like my whole body was jolted. Like I was in the glory of the Lord. But it was red, and it was as if he was doing this, like rearranging my whole spine, all the way down, all the way down. Everything turned white. The brightest, brighter than these cameras. The whitest, most glorious light. I laid there, and I had no more pain. I had zero pain. I could move my head down. I could move side to side. I could bend my body. I got up, and I was completely healed. I felt the battery in the back of my hip because it was so hot. I knew after this healing that it was almost going to be an offense to him if I kept this device in my system. And he said, "You need to take this out." They took x-rays. They said, "We have no explanation." The battery was completely shorted out. Prior to going into the operating room, the doctor said to me, "This is going to be the most difficult surgery because of the scar tissue that's surrounding the battery and all the wiring. The clips are actually clipped to your spinal cord." I said, "I pray over you. I pray over the hospital. I pray over this surgery." I said, "It's going to be the easiest surgery for you." I woke up 2 hours later. I had absolutely no pain, not from anything of the surgery. Not even the incisions hurt me. I've never taken a pain med. I'm completely off of pain medication. I had no side effects. I had no withdrawal. Because I knew what he had promised me. He'd already told me. It was already done.